Hello, in this video, we are going to learn about looping over items. Looping is essential when you want to repeat an action across multiple items, such as each row in an Excel spreadsheet, every link in a search result that needs opening, or each item in a node's array output. In Robomotion, we use the foreach node to sequentially process each item in a list or array. To demonstrate iterating through an array of items, we will create a synthetic example using the function node. So we start with an inject node, renamed to start. Then a function node after it to create our array. We can rename the function as createArray. Double-click to open the function editor. And there, we add an array of numbers to the message object. Save and close the dialog. Every foreach node has one input and two output ports. The foreach node requires an array input to iterate over. That is why we created a synthetic array in our function node to pass along with the message object. A single click on the node opens its properties on the right. For loop-through object, we enter message numbers. For the current item, we also assign a name. We can give it any name, but let us call it number. While the foreach node executes, the current index is set to the index of the current item. That output is optional, but to observe it, we name this property index. For each iteration of the array, the flow resumes from the top port, and upon completion, it proceeds from the bottom port. So we insert a stop node here. After the top port, an action must be taken for each iteration. Let us add a sleep node to simulate a fake process with a delay of 1 second. And a debug node after sleep to observe the message object. And let us run this. Our flow has run. It executed the foreach node, it slept 1 second, and the debug node displayed the current message object. In that message object, we can see our numbers array, added by the function node. We can also see the current item being iterated on, named number, and the index, 0. But there seems to be an issue with our flow. The foreach node did not complete, only one iteration passed. In Robomotion flows, for the foreach node to iterate over all items, the flow needs to loop back to the start of the foreach node. Otherwise, the robot cannot determine where to continue the flow. Here we can use the GoTo and Label nodes. These create much cleaner flows by letting us jump to a selected label node from the GoTo node, instead of connecting long wires between the nodes. Now let us run the flow again. As you can see, it is now working as expected. The flow iterated over all the items and then stopped. Foreach walks the list, Label marks where to return, and GoTo closes the loop. Thank you for watching.